Hello and good evening, everyone. Welcome to the Kaz Bar. My name is Kaz, your favorite interdimensional bartender who's afraid of salespeople, and we are finally going back into Final Fantasy XIV to catch up to patch 6.55. I'm going to be doing a lot of stuff today, so forgive me if I seem a bit focused to the point where I won't be actually paying too much attention to. There's not going to be a challenge wheel because this is going to be focusing on story. But if we do get to the dailies, then yeah, maybe I will find time to do the challenge wheel. Also, if you're wondering why I am late today, let me actually post the Twitter link. Hello, Gaia. Welcome to the stream. Let me just post this here. Why I am late. This is why. It did not go well. It did not go well. That's all I'll say. It did not go well. Oh wait, there was one more thing I forgot to turn on. Bring this also a little bit more to the side. Why did that low? Oh, that explains a bit. Hold on. Controller, not controller. My keyboard apparently. Okay, so I need to do so after the stream. I'm gonna have to redo a bit of finagling with the wiring. All right, so first things first, as per usual, every time I come back to this game, gotta get used to my class again. I believe the combo was I did that wrong, didn't I? I did that wrong. Also, there is something else missing. Hold on. Do I still have it even installed here? I do. Do I even still have an active subscription to this thing? I think I do. I should still have an active subscription to Exit Lag. We're gonna have to go back to the menu for this one. Apparently, an update is long overdue. And just so we don't get caught into the loop of the intro sequence. Not that I really mind, but we're just gonna sit here for a bit and listen to the menu. Gives me a chance to eat my cake while I open up Exit Lag. Surprisingly, I still have a subscription, even though I don't remember paying for one for a while. Unless I paid for a 1-year subscription. I don't remember. In any case. Buy routes. I still have 20 days left in my subscription. Let's go. Let's go. As we all know, I do need to have my Exit Lag up only to stabilize things, because for some reason the connection is like all over the place if I don't have a Exit Lag up. Also, is it just me or is it actually warmer than usual? I have my AC on. Why is it so warm? Anywho, so if you're wondering, so again, to explain the picture, my mom came back from a luncheon with her friends. Yes, I use the term luncheon. And they had cake. They had a cheesecake and a chocolate cake, and my mom brought home 2 slices. 1 slice of each. So instead of picking just 1 slice, my mom suggested, why don't you just cut the slices in half and have half a slice of each? So I tried. Did not go well. And that's why I was late to stream. Trail of Skulls, speak with Reagan for it. This is... Oh, it's a thing. It's the role quest I still haven't completed. Wow, we have a lot to do, don't we? Two, 3, 4, 5. Now, from my understanding now, even with the potency changes, apparently machinists are still supposed to just summon at 50, if I'm not mistaken. I think this was shared to me last time I streamed 14, that the potency changes for machinists don't just, even with that, aren't enough to justify summoning at 100, especially because it throws off all the timings. So it's better to save it for, to just use it at 50, like so. Also because it apparently messes up timing and you risk overflowing on your battery. It has to be at least 50, but you summon as soon as possible, from how I understand it. It does feel better this way, actually. Now I don't have to watch too much of the meter. I just summon the moment I hear the sound of the battery being charged. And look at that, we already have one more rotation until the full combo. Okay. This feels so much more natural, actually. Compared to the other one where you're just always trying to aim for 100, it feels less pressured. Anywho. So we have to go to Megaduta. Which means... No, wait, where is it again? Here. Wait, what? No. Right, here we go. Radzatan. Radzatan, there we go. I've decided to finish the cheesecake first, because my fork is already covered in cheesecake. And I, for one, I'm not a fan of I'm not a fan of the cake flavors mixing. Alright, I forgot we saved our die already. Safar, one of my clerks is just here with a message for you. The students of Baldessian request your presence in Charlian at your earliest convenience. Indebted as I am to your friends, I'd hope that I too might be of service, but it is you alone that they require. If you've no pressing business, pray make your way to the Baldessian annex at once. Ojika awaits your arrival. In the meantime, I shall continue showing Ashdaya the city. From notable landmarks to the people's lives, there's still much and more for her to see. Farewell for now, my friend. I look forward to the day we set forth on another adventure together. Alright, off to Charlian we go. Hold on, I gotta move my mouse because I have nowhere to put my plate. I see people are still having paint battles wherever you go. I'm sorry. What's this? What is Mononoke aware? Oh wait, is this the 16 event? I saw one that is called Stranger from Paradise. Was that the 16 event? Oh no, not the East Aldenar Trading Company again. It's this one, Hancock again. There's flattery, and then there's this. I gotta change the title. Okay, so we're not doing the story yet. We are doing the event. Hold on. Nope, not XIV. XVI. We are doing the event after this. There's apparently a lot I can do over today and tomorrow for the streams. But I am behind on this. Is this the one? Oh no, Strangers of Paradise is the FF1 event. It is the FF1 title, rather, not event. Oh boy. This is a request of one's own. Is that a crafting thing? I've forgotten. There's apparently a quest here. Oh, later. Ah, yeah, it is. Okay, so apparently my dad just told me that why am I holding L1? This isn't Honkai. Oh my god, I've been playing Honkai as my only game on the controller for so long. I've totally forgotten like how to do things here. Fear the thesis. Wait, hold on. Did I go to the wrong location? Valdesian Annex is... Yeah, it's here. Okay, hold on. Where does the 16 event take place? The Path Infernal. Neophyte Adventure, it's in Ul'dah, level 50. Got it, okay. That's convenient. It's always in Ul'dah. Why is it always Ul'dah? Would be nice to have an event that isn't in the hot sands of Ul'dah. Having said that, everyone is still dressed in full armor, so it kind of makes you wonder how hot or cold the region is. Okay, let's see. Where is this fellow? Remembering the past? Land on fire. There it is, the Neophyte Adventure. I am so behind. seeks the warrior of light. Forgive me my boldness, but you are Sapphire Umbrus, are you not? Are you Sapphire Umbrus? No, this is Patrick! Then my search is at an end. A begoggled gentleman tasked me to find you, you see, in hopes of entreating your aid with some matter he deigned not share with me. Pray remain here, and I shall fetch him at once. Okay. And what is this, this... Greetings, champion. It is I who employed the young adventurer to facilitate this impromptu audience. My good sir, we were just in Charlian a while ago. Okay. White and scarlet. A lovely tale, but I fail to see what that has to do with me. The burning land. Ifrit's chamber? The bowl of embers, where I battled Ifrit. A plain rich in crowded crystal deposits, they can look quite fiery. Why didn't you just go with burning wall in the beginning instead of us going in circles? Wandering minstrel, my goodness. Where's the burning wall again? Okay. Gotta go to Camp Drybone. And Phoenix Fire. Okay. Wait a minute. Found it odd that it wasn't playing any music. Not even any scenery music. The burning wall. It does look a lot like fire, yes. Although with me playing Honkai Star Rail, I think more of it as... I'm not gonna sing it. The burning wall, an apt name indeed. 'Tis said that these crystalline structures were formed when falling shards of Dalamud pierced the land's ethereal current. Some see them as a symbol of rebirth, a manifestation of renewed life. Excuse me. But that is neither here nor there. Let's have a look around, shall we? Spyglass is at the ready. Oh no. Ah, it's a mini game. Make an unusual discovery. Nope. I looking for exactly? Oh! Hello, Clive. There you are. Is this me or did the running animations look a bit cleaner this time around for that particular very short cutscene? Good God, he's gorgeous, even by 14 standards. What the hell? Where am I? And why do I feel like I have less pixels than usual? Hold on. We'll have to go without dialogue because I have a mouthful of chocolate cake. Last thing I remember was the ruins. The echo? How did it come to be in this place? This is actually quite new, because if I remember correctly, even during the FF15 crossover event, they essentially just kind of rendered, what's his name? Noctis. They rendered him using 14's, assets. But here, Clive looks straight out of, like he looks more like a port rather than someone just threw him into a character creator. It is kind of you to wait. Thank you. What of your condition? Much improved. The Fisker also noted no signs of injury or illness. Yet my memories remain hazy. How did I end up here? Whatever I was doing, it was important. Short of it. I must return as soon as possible. Hold on. Before we continue, I'm actually gonna take a look and, like, I want to listen in on Clive's voice. Excuse me. Go to YouTube. And then, Clive FF16. Oh. Is this for real?
It's time to find out who we are, once and for all.
So he's very raspy. And he's kinda not quite British, more Scottish, I think. I don't know. Like, let me hear another. Clive. No, not that. Not that either. I'm trying not to find spoilers for the event or for the game, because I do eventually want to play 16. Maybe this one?
On the count of three.
Three. What happened to two?
Ask one.
I love that exchange. What happened to two? Ask one. What happened? Actually, it's very, very low throaty. We cannot leave him in this state. We must help him restore his memories and find his way home. What of this city, Clive? Do any parts of Uldar strike you as familiar? I feel like I'm looking at the machinima. I'm sorry. No, maybe I've simply forgotten. Or maybe I've simply forgotten. But I recognize nothing. It kind of... because of how clashing the art style looks, it looks like one of those like machinimas, and I get they're trying to just retain as much of the original likeness. And again, props to them for going somewhere different, but it just looks like a machinima to me. That's how long I've spent on the internet. Not all done then. Still, I should like to think that the sights and sounds of a well-known locale will hasten your recovery. The Burning Wall, the place where we found you, is situated midway betwixt Ul'dah and Gridania. Perhaps a trip to the 12's Wood is in order? Gridania, you say? And Gridania, you say? The name rings no bells, but I have no better suggestions. And you would take me there? Oh boy, I cannot hit that. And you would take me there. Meanwhile, I shall make the rounds of the neighboring settlements, and ask if any have heard of you. Let us rendezvous in Gridania soon. Or anon, rather. Yes, ye old English that I cannot ever grasp the sentence structure of, as if English wasn't hard enough. The entire situation has knocked me off balance, I'm afraid. Sapphire, was it? I appreciate you coming to my rescue. Still, you must have your own business to attend to. We can set out whenever you're ready. I like how the quest icon just has his face there. Are you ready? Then let's head out. This Gridania the minstrel mentioned is it far? Will we need mounts? We can take the airship. Airship? You have those? Not that I mean to doubt you, friend. If you say we're boarding an airship, then that's what we'll do. What happened to two? Yeah, it's very throaty and kind of whispery. Yeah, allow me to just give me a sec while I just eat a whole... What is this? Why is there a... What is the blue icon on her head? Why is there every little thing? Huh? Oh, okay. So it's telling me that there are new quests in the Gold Sauce that I haven't done. Sapphire, if I may ask a foolish question. Do these airships of yours actually fly? Yes. A foolish question indeed, then. Your expression tells me as much. Is there no airship travel where you're from? So it would seem. It's odd. I know that the weapon on my back is called a sword. I understand what it's for and how to wield it. Foggy as my memories may be, my general knowledge seems intact. Yet hearing you speak of functional airships, I felt confusion, disbelief.
or something that you clearly think of as commonplace. I can make no sense of it. Where was I before now? But dwelling on this is pointless. Forward is the only way.
Still waiting for a 16 release on PC. Square Enix. When? When is it coming?
You feel that bracing wind, the deck shuddering beneath your feet as you rise into the sky. My memory may be faulty, but that was an experience I'm sure I'd not soon forget. So this is Gridania. Seems very unlike the city we just left. Where to begin? I think it best if I follow your lead.
Clive is now accompanying you. And thus the advantage of being a machinist.
This tavern reminds me of somewhere I've been before.
Excuse me?
No, it's no use. I can feel the memory, but it's like grasping at smoke. Maybe if you were to show me somewhere else.
And off we go. Whee!
Chocobo? That's something I recognize. Yet it's more than that. Had my own chocobo once, I'm sure of it. It's for the when or the where. An impressive crystal. Not a mother crystal, surely. No, not nearly large enough. I try to remember. The fog in my head almost seems to grow thicker.
What is my free company doing? Just endless upon endless obtaining and discarding of company actions. Oh, is that who I think it is? It's Mo. He's probably AFK again. I don't see. Oh, there. Yeah, there's Noelle. So. Okay. We all know what that blue thing is. I believe that's the XIV quest I haven't done ever. Because I haven't done any of the... Wait, no, have I? No, it's the Pixie quest. I've done the XIV, I haven't done the Pixie. The Flame. Hello, chat. Hello, engineer. Welcome to the stream, both of you. Welcome back to Eorzea.
This is truly a beautiful place.
Taking a liking to Gridania, then.
Do like what I've seen of it. Seems a peaceful life here among the trees. Only... just can't shake the strangest feeling. As if it's... too peaceful. That doesn't sit right.
Patrol reporting, Commander. All is quiet with the Ixal. No sightings of Garuda.
For which we are profoundly grateful.
At ease, soldier.
Did you say Garuda? Chocolate? Chocolate! Chocolate!
And there he goes.
You there, the Garuda you speak of.
Sir, are you all right?
Sapphire, do you know this gentleman?
Forgive my possibly over-exaggerated British accent at times.
Memory loss, you say? I'm sorry to hear that. It seems Garuda's name is such a spark of some sort. I was in a battle with Garuda. I fought her, I'm sure of it. Please, you must tell me more. Anything that might help me remember my past. Of course. Gridania owes a debt of gratitude to any who've stood against that destructive fiend. However, there's one more suited to the task than I. Our elder Seedseer is well versed not only in primal lore, but also in the treatment of bodily afflictions. She is surely your best hope for recovery. I will send word ahead to Stillglade Fane. Stand ready to escort our guests to an audience. Understood, Commander. Pray find me at Nofika's altar in Old Gridania, and I'll see that you're granted entry to the Lotus Stand. That much I'm confident I can pull off. I can pull off the young, excitable rookie soldier. Because my voice is that high. Much to my chagrin. The Lotus Stand lies just ahead. If you would follow me, please. Greetings, honored guests. Commander Huloi? Commander Huloi is Hulwa. Commander Hulwa has surprised me with your friend's condition. This is he? A pleasure to meet you. I am Khan A. Senna, Elder Seedseer of Gridania. Wait a minute. Thank you for your gracious welcome. I am Clive, though beyond that I fear my introduction may be lacking.
You weren't subscribed to me yet? Cherev! Also, if you are subscribing to me now, then that can only mean one thing, ladies and gentlemen. I have to confirm this in my studio. We've hit 100 subs! Cherev, you are our 100th subscriber. Thank you. Ah! We did it, guys. We finally hit the triple digits. We have hit a triple digit. Hold on, I gotta take it. I gotta screenshot this. Thank you, Cherev. Thank you. Oh my goodness. Hold on. Let me screenshot this really quick. Also, Cherev, here's the thing. Because you subbed during my birth month, I owe you a wheel spin. Now the thing is, there's no wheel spin tonight, so I will give you the freedom of choice right now. You may choose to either have the wheel spin tomorrow on FF14 or Siege. I know, FF14, definitely. We have a lot to do. So you can choose tomorrow's stream as an option, where I will be using the wheel to spin stuff like picking a very specific class to play, under-leveled as it may be. Sorry, under-geared rather. The level has to be appropriate. Or it can be an IOU for the karaoke on Friday. If it's the IOU for the karaoke on Friday, we can spin it right now and I will note it. But if you're gonna choose 14, where the wheel will contain all the classes that I currently have appropriate to a dungeon, then we'll do that tomorrow. Because I haven't updated the wheel yet. What say you, good sir? Friday? You're going to go with the genre spins? Okay. Let me get the wheel of genres here. And we're going to spin that really quick. Give me a sec, folks. We have to do this in honor of Cherev giving me our 100th sub. Yes, Streamlabs, I've already given permission to you. Stop asking. Widgets, wheel. And so we stop giving me the introduction. Just let me spin the wheel. Jazz again? Oh my god. Okay, so I have to do 2 songs on Friday that are wheel spins. One is I'm gonna open up with a musical number from Hamilton because that's gonna fulfill the rap genre we got last week. And now I have to think of if there, I'm pretty sure there is a show tune that is jazz. And hopefully something other than All That Jazz, because I don't have it entirely memorized. Like, I know bits and pieces of All That Jazz. So yeah, we're gonna do that on Friday. Okay, so with that out of the way, let's go back into the event, shall we? Thank you, Jeff. Thank you, Gaia. Thank you, guys. I'm glad we finally hit triple digits on YouTube. Finally! Finally! I have been wanting this for a year now. I asked for this last year. We couldn't hit it, and now we actually finally hit it here on YouTube. 1 year later. Please concern yourself not with proprieties. 'Tis your memory loss we are here to address. I'm told Guru's name awakens some previous recollection. I'm gonna, to celebrate the 100 subs, I'm gonna have to think of something. Like, I'm probably have to get to work on that one other cover I had in mind, like, just to kind of celebrate.
Yes. In the instant I heard it, a hazy vision of battle rose unbidden. I think perhaps if I could hear more of Garuda.
A wish easily granted. Garuda is the deity revered by the Ixal, a people who once dwelled here in the Twelveswood. She appears as a winged entity, half bird, half woman, who commands the wind itself. Most frightening, however, is her capricious temper, as unpredictable as a howling storm. I should add that Sapphire has fought against Garuda in her primal incarnation. FF14 cover? No, not an FF14 cover. You really think I have the the vocals to do anything from 14? Lest you forget, in my last karaoke from when was, I think it was a year ago, I tried to do Footfalls and failed spectacularly.
A winged woman of volatile temperament with power over the wind. A fitting description of the opponent I remember. But a deity? No. The will behind that monstrous visage was distinctly mortal.
I suspect Clive's Garuda and Eorzur's Primal are not one and the same. Mainly as Clive himself is not of our world. Explain yourself, minstrel. I went back to where we discovered Clive and questioned folk in all the nearby settlements. Not one person recognized his description. Such a distinctive tattoo escaping the notice of every local rumor monger for malms around. Improbable, to say the least. That led me to consider another possibility.
One consistent with past accounts that I've heard of visitors from other worlds somehow stumbling through reality's curtain and finding their way to our star.
You mean like a spiky hair, a black spiky haired boy? Or rather, let me rephrase that. Boy with black spiky hair with the ability to teleport to his weapons?
My brand. It's the mark of a bearer.
Unto the end!
Does it pain you to remember? Feel the memories trying to surface, but when I strain to recall, piercing ringing fills my ears. Garuda. Bearer. Ifrit.
Another primal's name. 'Twould seem the pain has a less than tangible source. Long have I studied the healing arts, yet I sense no shadow of illness in your body. Your suffering stems not from injury, nor sickness. Victims of terrible events have been known to suppress their own memories out of instinct. One subconscious denies attempts to confront the awful truth. The mind creating a shield of pain to protect the heart.
Barriers of my own making? How then am I to overcome it?
With our aid, of course. Fate has brought us together, and together we shall triumph over this adversity.
So you think me from another world? My memories of said world would not like to return unless I acknowledge some terrible truth. Truth my mind refuses to remember.
Or, you know, it could just be amnesia from you falling onto your face. It's a confounding dilemma, I agree, and I have given thought to a solution. I believe that the shackles which bind your mind may yet be struck off in the heat of battle. Drastic measure, perhaps, especially when not at your best. Which is why I turn to you, Sapphire. You are the twin to Clive's wandering star. Your involvement is no accident. The path I see is thick with thorns, but if you've the will to walk it, then grid yourself for war and await me at Apkalu Falls. Okay, BRB, I'm gonna go on a short break because I need to bring my cakey mess of a plate downstairs and to indulge myself in some balut because my dad brought some home. So BRB. And we're back. Hello, everyone. Sorry for the wait. Whew. That was some good balot. Let me just put that back on the screen. Okay. The Path Infernal. The minstrel has a plan, it seems. But it shares little beyond confusing metaphor. Still, I'm willing to indulge him if it means making progress. We're to meet him at Apkalu Falls, right? And where is that to be found? Good, not far then. Let's get on with it. Yeah. Okay. He's there. Oh, the hiccups that arise sometimes. Simpkin. I didn't realize there was a character named Simpkin. Ugh. Oh, have I got a story after we do this event? One of the other reasons I almost had a late start to stream tonight. It's actually quite concerning. Okay, I guess we're doing this machinist. This place? Why here? Oh, why here? Because this waterfall is where the legendary Archon Louisoix gathered a band of adventurers in the time of the 7th Umbral Calamity. The purpose to extinguish the infernal Ifrit. Ifrit? I know something is there, I just... Why can't I remember? Clive recalled several words in the Elder Seedseer's presence, words which brought him pain. While the significance of bearer eludes me, you and I are more familiar with Ifrit. Ifrit. Considering your reaction to the mere mention of the name, it is likely that the primal, or its equivalent in your world, is deeply connected to your condition. Thus have I resolved to weave my lyrical magics and bring you face to face with the Ifrit of our world. One sec, I forgot something. Hold on. I'm back. Sorry about that. Forgot to refill my water. Okay. Here, where Archon Louisoix paved an ethereal path to the Primal's lair, will my words be given substance. And within the vision which takes form will you do battle with the phantom of our mind's creation. Imaginary though this confrontation may be, I fear your suffering will be all too real. Yet you must persevere, for your hidden truth will not be unearthed without hardship. Take heart, Scarlet Star, and call upon the strength of your shining twin. Your past awaits. Level sync? Ah, are you kidding me? Damn. I should have gone with Red Mage. And now my combos are gonna be all fucked up. Where has he sent us? You stand in the bowl of embers, the site where the Amal just summoned their patron deity, and the stage upon which the warrior of light became a slayer of gods. 'Tis but convincing illusion, the body of recounted tale given breath by fanciful verse. Come forth, Lord of the Inferno! And here we go again. An accurate facsimile, yet not quite the Ifrit you know.
No, not quite the same.
Oh my! Someone went to the gym? Alright, who gave Ifrit protein supplements? Ready when you are.
Together then. Ifrit.
That's the thing which killed Joshua.
Yes, I've been on its trail seeking vengeance for my brother. My brother. The fiend must pay. Fight with me, Sapphire.
All right. Here it comes. During this battle, you'll gain access to special duty actions as follows. Use Rising Flames to charge the foe and inflict high damage. With the proper timing, you can use Dodge to avoid taking damage, even if you are within the area of the enemy's attack. Certain enemy attacks will be preceded by a countdown icon. When this countdown progresses to the Dodge icon, quickly use the Dodge action. After executing a successful dodge, the dodge action will charge to Precision Strike, which provides an opportunity to inflict additional damage. So more counterattacks, yay! Ooh, let's go! That was so cool. Vulcan Burst. Ooh, let's go. It's so hard to wield everything. Spreading fire, okay. Oh, okay. I can't dodge that apparently. Okay. Really? Okay. Pyro suit. Infernal shroud. His flames grew hotter. Okay. Buy some time. Okay. Defend Clive. Okay. I guess I'm doing this then. Oh, okay. Here we go. Ah! I am blocking with a gun. That was ill-timed. In the middle of my overdrive combo, really. And hiya! Okay. Take this. Smoldering claw, okay. Heat shot. Let's go. Spreading fire. Let's go in and out. Precision strike. Dodge. Precision strike. One, two, three, four. Ow! Excuse you? Oh no. Am I next? No, not the feet! I'm not into that! Get your smelly ass footlocker smelling shoe off of my gun! Well, thank you for the infernal claw. Okay. Pyro assault. Well, thank you for that. Oh, what now? Swords. Of course they had to be swords, right? Okay. Don't want to be in that. Okay, what are you doing? That helps. Okay, shoot that. Come on. Let's go. Last two. Come on, last two swords. Last one sword? He means to unleash hell. That's your hell. Not very impressive. Fiery Rampage. Rising Flame. Okay, that was a mistimed one. Sorry. I already don't know how to play level 50 Machinist optimally. I'm so used to playing it at 90. Oh gosh. Ow. And slash. Hey. We did it. We did it. I think we did.
Blame another. To spare myself the guilt. I feared that by accepting it I would lose what little was left of me. But I accept the truth of it now. You are not Ifrit. I am.
Excusez-moi. Whoa! Okay. Upgraded visuals. Is this spoilers for 16? Oh! Oh, that was so cool. Literally fight fire with fire. There's no other way for it to also... They can also just take that as Clive showing how to cast the level 8 spell Fist.
In the battle against your own mind, would seem you have emerged the victor.
Da 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 da.
Intriguing.
Oh! It's a good boy! He's good boy! Bark! Sorry, let me catch up the chat. After watching Zepla, Mistech, Arthar, Savix, Matsui, Asmon, Tyranitar, Deoploid, YouTube's videos, YouTube's recommending yours. Well, I'm glad that I was in your recommendations, Kawaki Uzumaki. I'm glad to have that you're going to name drop me, or like you're going to throw me into the same sentence as those big names. Although I am slightly shocked that Dracanis Firestone and Girl DM were not among those names. Faith in humanity is restored, seeing people doing our turn to do the mechanics for this fight, because I stood in every mechanic when I did this and dodged almost everything. Ah, I see. I tried to, well, I noticed after the first time that there were some mechanics you couldn't dodge, and so I had to like, oh, okay, so it's very specific mechanics. Then you find about the spoiler in the prologue, which was in the tutorial. Okay. The illusion is unraveled, yet you brought a friend back with you. It's the good boy.
This is Torgal, a wolf pup raised in the duchy. There's no more loyal ally in battle and no keener guide when the road ahead is uncertain.
You can dodge him, you just don't have the tell. Oh, I see. Can we redo the fight?
That would explain the aberration, the lingering ether.
Torgal is here to lead you back to your own world. It's always the dog. Or wolf, rather. Clive has embraced his harrowing past, and in doing so, reclaimed the memories he lost. Though not a conscious act, he has manifested his readiness to return home in the form of a trusted companion.
Even so, it was difficult to accept what I'd done.
How do I know? Because I see. Well, you did say you stood in everything.
My younger brother, Joshua, was a kind and gifted soul. The inheritor of the Phoenix's flames, he was destined to become Archduke, as a father had before him. But Joshua was murdered. His bright future cut short.
It's almost Batman-y.
From that day onwards, I lived for one purpose alone. A dominant of fire had slain my brother, and I would have my revenge. Spent years tracking that killer, until one day, I came to understand it had been me all along. I was young and distraught when I first summoned Ifrit. I hadn't known such a power lurked within me, or that it could even exist at all. The transformation was instinctive, uncontrolled, and it was by my hand that Joshua died.
I can but imagine the anguish this has caused you.
There was anguish, yes, and a guilt I will never escape. But I cannot let it stop me. I was born a vessel for Ifrit's power, and I need to know why. It was in search of answers that I went to Phoenix Gate and delved into the ruins below. There I found the courage to face my past and accept the truth. Everything faded to black.
Your tale suggests that something in the ruins, some mysterious force, was responsible for your inadvertent journey. And if you arrived in Eorzea from a place sacred to the Phoenix and its flames, then it stands to reason.
Yes, what are you thinking?
I'm thinking that to see you home, we must return to the beginning. Our road takes us back to the burning wall. Once there, your furry comrade will lead us exactly where we need to go. Woof! Aww. Okay. Let's see. We go to Camp Drybone. All right. Speaking of Phoenix, I will never not get enough of this mount. And, you know, I probably will eventually, but I love this mount along with like a whole bunch of other celebration mounts we've gotten in the past. There's a fate ongoing there. I still need to get like the full fate thing. I believe, hold on. Hold on. Nope, that's the variant dungeon. What was I looking for again? Travel, shared fate. I think I completed the the Shadowbringers one, but not nope. I am not done with the Shadowbringers. I lied. Look at this. There's so much I haven't done. Then we go to Endwalker. Okay, I at least completed Endwalker. Thank goodness. At least got that done. It's Shadowbringers I haven't done. Ooh. Where do we go? Is it over here? Ah, there. Wandering Minstrel. We've come this far, now Torgal will be our guide. Such was the purpose of his creation, after all.
Ready, Torgal? Take me home.
Bark! Once you choose to depart, Clive and the Wandering Minstrel will accompany you. Torgal will then begin leading you onwards. Follow Torgal to his destination, try not to fall behind. If you leave Clive or the Minstrel for any reason or lose sight of Torgal, you may try again by returning to the starting point. It's as simple as this. Just lock on, press forward L1, and activate Peloton. The camera work might be a little bit nauseating, but it's fine. You know, playing at level 50 machines again just really reminds me of, I wish we could... We really should have an option to switch out animations, because I honestly miss clean shot over heated clean shot. The animation for it, rather. Heated clean shot is cool, but I prefer the double shot that comes from clean shot, the first level clean shot. It makes it look more dynamic. Okay, we're here.
This is it, boy.
Roof! The tale ends where it began.
Where you first found me?
Indeed. I was baffled as to why this, of all places, would serve as a junction between our two worlds. Now I think I understand.
You do.
Some years ago, Eorzea was visited by a cataclysmic disaster known as the Seventh Umbral Calamity. Yet even as fire and ruin threatened all we held dear, the world underwent a mystical renewal, as if the star was reborn. One theory attributes the miracle to a benevolent entity, claiming the undying phoenix flared into being to save us in our hour of direst need.
Phoenix?
The burning wall itself is a scar left behind by those events, its crystal ridges having erupted from the earth overnight. Some believe these monoliths of solidified flame to be proof of the Phoenix's deliverance. The bond with your brother, the Phoenix of your world, may have been the connection which brought you to this sacred place in ours.
Drawn to the flame.
Aww.
Seems our time together is at an end. I thank you both for all that you've done.
Press on, friend. No matter how daunting the hardship, or bitter the truth.
Always. Always. No matter what fate awaits at journey's end. Come, Torgal. We have answers to seek, and Ballistea awaits.
Ballistea, Valistia. And then he was gone. I feel the stirrings of a ballad. But nay, it would be hubris to imagine I could capture Clive's story from so fleeting an excerpt. That honor belongs to someone else. Someone privileged to see his tale to its conclusion.
Sadly, the power to peer into other worlds was not granted me by this day's miracles. I wonder, however, if you might manage it, Sapphire. With the echo? Nah. Hey. Well, our little adventure is over, set in motion as it was by a dream most cryptic. I must thank you for indulging my sudden and strange request. As for your promised reward, I hope this is sufficient. Torgal provides such a trustworthy guard that I thought to bind his likeness to a summoning whistle. We can summon the dog! May his loyal spirit serve you well in your travels. Until we meet again. Buy my other game. I will, Square Enix, when it comes to PC! I was already convinced to get 16 after seeing the combat. Let's see. Ooh, Torgal Pup! Torgal Whistle. Mishin Attire. Let's see what the vest looks like. Can the vest be dyed? It can. I mean, it could work for my Dark Knight at least. I can make it work, sort of. But to do that, oh my goodness, I am running low on Aetheryte tickets. Time to get more. It's a good thing I've come back here. No, I'm out of tickets. Alright, I'm out of seals. Shit. Oh, well, time to deposit all of this into a into the armory chest, where we can mix and match freely. I just noticed we have 2 new subscribers. Excuse me? Hold the phone. Hold the phone. Did we get 2 new subscribers? We did. A late acknowledgement to Edgar Chavaria. I got a notification on my phone for that. Edgar Chavaria, welcome to the Casbar. Thank you for following. I guess we have to do. If you are still here, Edgar. I would like to ask it. You may choose between me doing a wheel spin for my karaoke stream this Friday or saving your spin for tomorrow when we do 14 daily routine. No. Yes. So it's just the Clive outfit basically. Okay, now we do the MSQ. To Charlian. Hopefully we can finish the 6.55 MSQ by tonight, so that by tomorrow we can just focus on dailies and other stuff. Here we go. A warm and hearty welcome to you, Sapphire. I gather you received our message? Please wait here while I fetch Kryl and Graha. I've honestly forgotten what Ajika's voice sounds like. I'd forgotten that Kryl can take off her hood. Thank you for coming on such short notice, and forgive us for sending for you so soon after your trials in the void.
To say nothing of your grueling battle against the 12. Now then, we aren't actually the ones who require your presence, but Orenville. He stopped by recently, you see, and asked us to reach out to you on his behalf. I imagine you're as surprised as we are, given that he was supposed to be away on a long expedition. Something must have necessitated... Oh wait, this is Graha. Something must have necessitated a change in his plans. All he would tell me is that there's someone whom he wishes Sapphire to meet. He also mentioned we would be tending business at the studium. Shall we look for him there? I'm pretty sure I'm getting Kryl and Graha's voice off. I know what Graha sounds like, but I can't replicate it as well as I used to. The studium. Okay. Now then, where's Orenville? Erenville, not Orenville. Why did I think that was how his name's pronounced?
Apologies for the wait. I hope I haven't called you away from anything important. I chanced upon some commissioned items at my destination, so I thought I might deliver them.
Where did you go, if I may ask?
Where did you go, if I may ask?
The New World. Tural.
The New World! Dawntrail!
You went to Tural? Then the person who you wish to introduce...
Aye, she hails from there. I present to you...
Well, it seems you've lost her.
Did she wander off?
This man looks so tired.
Sorry. It's just so different here. I can't help but want to explore.
Well, while you were exploring, your candidate came to us. This is her. The adventurer you crossed the seas to meet.
Ooh, you weren't exaggerating. It's plain she's no ordinary woman.
Oh!
I'm Uklamat, claimant to the throne of Tulihuela.
Claimant to the throne.
Tulihuela.
It's Tural's governing nation. The capital bears the same name.
Liolal.
I'll get to the point. I want you to come with me to my homeland.
Oh.
Given the magnitude of the request, perhaps you should explain why you're making it?
Of course.
Oh, she's so friendly.
Soon, an event of great import will be held in Tural. The Rite of Succession. Taking the form of a contest, it will determine who next ascends the throne.
My question.
As daughter to its present keeper, I will participate. And I have every intention of winning.
So it's a tournament arc? The succession is a tournament
I was
arc?
searching for champions to join me when Erenville told me about you. A mighty warrior who knows no fear, who sweeps aside terrible fiends as if they were reeds, who flew to the edge of existence and saved our star.
Aw, you flatter me way too much.
She asked who Eorzea's greatest hero was, and so I told her. Much more elegantly, I might add.
Aw, Erenville, you simp. I love you.
Now you know why. You'll come to Tural, yes?
It's a new adventure.
Wait, let's all just slow down.
Also, Is your outfit race specific?
What
Or can I
is
put
it?
that on Sapphire when I get there?
You claim to be of the royal family, but is it not the Mamulja who rule in Tural?
Tulihyolal is a nation of many peoples. Not only the Mamulsha, as some across the seas are quick to assume. That said, its present ruler is a Mamulsha, and one blessed with two heads besides.
She says that so matter-of-factly.
He's also my father.
Ah!
Not by blood, obviously, but he raised me as his own, and that's what matters.
Aw.
So that is the way of it. My apologies if I was indelicate.
Hardly. I know little about your land, and nothing about your parentage. But in my eagerness, I've gotten ahead of myself.
I love her
Can't
already.
expect you to agree on the spot when we've only just met. If you have any questions, I'll do my best to answer them. Just know, though, that if it's adventure you seek, you could do far worse than come with me.
Can we now?
No, this is only a rumor.
Okay.
But apparently, the contest will involve the fabled city of gold and the legendary beast, Valyarmanda.
Pack your bags, everyone. We're going to El Dorado.
Tell me that doesn't pique your interest.
Gold, monsters, tournament arc. Count me in. You have my complete and undivided attention.
We're going to get along, you and I.
Yes, 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 yes.
Dural has no shortage of unexplored frontiers and deadly fiends. You'll never want for excitement, I promise you.
I advise you not to put much store by these rumors. Golden cities are not but a dreamer's fancy.
But is it not dreamers' fancies that
Says
drive
the dreamer
adventurers?
who was bent on finding one when he was a child. Just because you failed doesn't mean it doesn't exist.
Ooh, sassy.
Tulihyolal and the Golden City.
I love her. I love her already.
Like in the letter to grandfather.
Regardless of what the contest may entail, it'll be no simple thing. If I'm to triumph, I'll need capable and dependable companions.
Okay.
So let's go on a hunt together. There's no better way to get acquainted.
I agree. Would you like me to bring a gun or my knives? My gun, my knives, or maybe my giant greatsword. Equal parts bewildered and excited. The chance to see not only Tural, but the fabled Golden City besides. This is the stuff of grand adventures, my friend. Which is not to say you should hastily accept this invitation, mind. There's still a great deal we do not know. So let us begin to rectify that by first getting acquainted with our visitor in the manner she suggests. What is with all of these S sounds? I'm not certain what might be a suitable location for her hunt, however. Dungeon, dungeon, dungeon. When I was at the guild earlier, I learned about a petition from researchers on the Isle of Ham. You went there not long ago and culled some unruly fauna, of course. But according to recent reports, some other ordinarily docile fauna have grown savage. It's believed that they've been unsettled by some manner of predator, and so the researchers seek assistance with identifying and dispatching it. As part of your hunt, perhaps you might answer the petition? The Isle isn't far, and we would also be helping those in need. That works for me. Just so you know, I've honed my skills against some of the fiercest beasts in Tural. Whatever this creature is, it had better be able to put up a proper fight, or it'll end before we have the chance to get acquainted. And before we can prove ourselves capable and dependable companions... My apologies, but I must see to some preparations. Pray go on ahead to the Isle. I will join you as soon as possible. Oh, Pictomancer preview, Pictomancer preview, here we go. If the rest of you are ready, let us head to the harbor. This being guild ship business, it should be simple enough to secure a vessel. I love her outfit. Seriously. If there are any artists in the chat, can someone please draw my girl Sapphire in Wuklamat's outfit? Please? Please tell me that like Squeenix, please make sure that outfit isn't race locked. Can you please make that something that everyone can wear? I want it so bad for Sapphire. And I'd have to dye it blue, of course. I am now even more hyped for Dawn Trail. Now, if only I could afford it. Good lord. I am a bit, unfortunately, strapped for cash at the moment, so unlike previous years, I don't think I'll be able to get it right away. But we'll see. If my pay permits, then I may be able to get it like in the next 2 months. I might be able to get the pre-order if I can. We'll see. Oh, okay. Oh, it's a good thing I haven't melded any of my shit. So we have to take a ship? And I've barely set foot on dry land. Oh well, I suppose it's for a good cause. A hunt! Come on, let's get going! Upon boarding the ship, several cutscenes will play in sequence. It's recommended you set aside sufficient time to view these scenes in their entirety. In addition, you'll be required to participate in battle. Your progress will be saved at certain points. In the event you are defeated, you will be able to try again from the most recent of these. Note, if you enter battles associated with other quests or log out from the game, the progress will be lost. Let's go!
From here, we must walk.
Sure thing.
So much ice. It rivals even Yoktural.
Yoktoral. Oh, she has a little ring at the base of her tail.
Oh, a white bear. I wonder what it tastes like.
Remember, we're here to deal with creatures that have been deemed an unacceptable danger. Do not attack anything else unprovoked.
That face just speaks head empty, just hungry.
I know.
She's so adorable. I love her.
So this is the isle where ether literally bursts forth.
No, eat the clapping polar bears.
Aye, the Isle of Ham.
I mean, can you say
The
no to
Kaiser's
that
right
face,
feet
Gaia?
inland, however.
Can you say no to that Hrothgar face?
You really are knowledgeable. Kona told me nothing about this place.
I doubt your brother managed to come out this way. He's like to have toured facilities like Labyrinthos, however.
The great big cavern under the city. It's amazing that they could make a sky down there complete with a sun.
Okay. Oh yeah. The sugar is wearing off. Oh no.
This brother of yours, he has been to Charlian.
He has. Kona's my second older brother. And until recently, he was a student in this city.
Until recently? Did something happen?
He went on and on about technological amusements. It made me want to come here too one day.
I think you mean advancements.
And so I did. I think I understood something of how he felt when I set foot in his beloved studium.
He went to the studio? Your brother must be quite a scholar. But I wonder, like you, he'd be royalty, yes? With such a personage coming to Sharlayan to receive an education would surely have caused a stir, yet I recall nothing of the sort.
He consulted with the head of the studium beforehand, that his identity might remain secret.
Ah, I see.
Being Mikote, he had no trouble blending in. He's adopted like me, you see.
Oh, it's a Mikote.
One time, though, he almost let it slip to a professor. It was all he could do to parry the barrage of questions.
And which Mikote is this?
Having no shortage of questions myself, I can imagine.
Ask whatever you like. I don't mind. But I maintain, hunting together is the best way to get to know someone.
The researchers should be up ahead. Let's find them and learn what we can.
Alright, so we're now going to explore the island as a not dungeon.
The researchers should be just ahead. There. The building to the northeast.
Okay.
So ordinarily harmless creatures have grown savage.
Don't know what's got them riled up, but I'll take down any that think to try me. Right, let's hunt our fill.
Three, 4, 5.
Look! Someone's in trouble!
Yeah, taste my axe.
These animals are usually so docile.
Flamethrower! Let's go! Everything's dying too quickly. I can't use my AoEs very much. Thank goodness you've come. I take it you're the one who answered our petition. The adventure saved our star. With that, our meeting was under better circumstances. I was conducting a routine inspection of the transporter here when I suddenly found myself surrounded. You find more of the same across the chasm. Once docile animals grown strangely aggressive. My colleagues there can tell you more. If you'll give me just a moment, I can finish checking our equipment.
You really are famous.
And for good reason, as you'll soon see for yourself.
Use a transport device.
Quite an interesting contraption you've got here.
I'm now going to share the opinion of everyone that we all love this
Is
character.
that our petitioner?
We all
Let's
love
go and have a
Wuklamat.
chat.
Wuklamat? I don't know how to pronounce her name anymore. I heard it once and then I've forgotten how to pronounce it. A creature of unknown origins has been sighted on the island in recent days. We believe its presence has affected the local fauna. The animals beyond this gate are the worst affected we've encountered thus far, though we dare not go back. Your task is to quell any threats you find and search for traces of the beast responsible for all this. If you should find anything at all, we would be most grateful if you would share it with us.
I'll handle this.
Okay.
Still.
Oh. Sure, I guess.
That all. Come on, let's pick up the creature's trail.
Survey the area for signs of beast carcass. You find ravaged beast remains torn to shreds by sharp talons.
I've seen their like before.
So we're playing Monster Hunter World now. Where are the scout flies when you need
It's
them?
starting to feel like a proper hunt.
Where are my scout flies? Oh, there. Tattered plumage.
Feathers. But did they belong to the predator or the prey?
So, how do you prefer our prey? Roasted or raw?
You
Roasted
presume
things.
it's even safe to eat?
Okay. Animal leavings. The cloying stench of fresh leavings assails your nostrils. Whatever beast left them is likely
Still
still close
fresh.
by.
Whatever this beast, it cannot be far.
Okay. Oh. Goodness. Fire! And
Do you suppose they're upset we disturbed their home?
Who knows? If they're spoiling for a fight, then hey,
One.
got one.
2, 3, 4, 5. Drill.
Let's head back and report what we found.
You said the beast is close? Yes, I did. Speak with a concerned researcher. I think they went and made this map just explorable for this instance. Oh, hello.
Powerful wings and razor-sharp talons. Worthy prey.
Oh my. Iago, what are you doing here?
Ah! What is that thing?
It's a bird. A giant bird. They really went and added Iago from Aladdin. It talks.
Speaks?
I wish I had taken a screenshot of that. The expressions from Wuklamat are so good. So hilarious. I love it.
It's heading towards the falls.
She's still frozen in place.
I'll stay
Oh my
with the
god.
researchers. The creature, I leave to you.
You got it.
Come, Wuklamat.
Lamat. Wuklamat.
Right.
She's so precious. Oh. Ah, yes, the superhero landing. Let's go.
Just so we're clear, I wasn't startled by the beast earlier. It caught me by surprise, that's all.
Forgive me, but I failed to see a difference.
I'm getting hungry. Let's be done with this so we can eat.
I hope you mean. Yeah. Oh my goodness. It's a parrot.
Think you're clever, huh? I'll rip off that beak and roast you on a spit!
I love her. I love her. Defeat the giant colibri. They really went and decided. They really went and looked at Iago and was like, "That's a character we can add."
Talk all you like, Bird. I'm going to have the last laugh.
2, 3.
I'm going to enjoy sinking my teeth into you.
Ow.
Shut up already, you blasted bird!
Here, have a tactician to cool you down. This is. Imagine if more bosses could hear your Discord calls and just mock you during your callouts.
I've never seen such an enormous colibri.
Sticky spit. What's that do?
Not good. Quickly, gather together.
Yes, gather together, please. On me, thank you. Oh shit! Really?
I've got you.
Okay. Oh shit!
That was too close.
Steady now.
Yes, the warrior ability that warriors wish they had. Ow. I have made a mistake.
Spread out, everyone.
Woo!
Who paid for that?
Uh-oh. I'm free! Come on. Help me out, Graha. Help me out here.
Thank you.
One, 2, 3. Two, 3, 4, 5. Ruffling of feathers? What's that? Oh, okay. So it's the thing from the Stormblood dungeon again. Ow!
That was hardly a tickle.
Hardly a tickle. Maybe focus the same wing as everyone.
This.
Okay. Oh shit! Nice. You staggered it. Quick, someone clutch clawed.
They have you now, you loudmouth bastard!
Ah yes, they decided to make this the true Monster Hunter experience, including players raging at the monster. Because this is what it's like. This is what it's like for me, especially when I'm fighting like. Which is the most annoying one? For me, at least. Which? Who do I have the most grievances with in fighting? Volcana?
And I had barely limbered up.
Oh shit. Hands are shaking.
It was a terrible foe, but no match for your axe.
So she's still young, I think.
Only to be expected.
Was this
You
your
were
first?
pretty impressive yourselves. I was right to invite you on a hunt.
Oh boy.
But what a curious bird that was. Though we have similar in Tural, they don't grow so big or use such dirty tricks.
Dirty tricks, dirty tricks.
Uh-oh.
Aye, dirty and despicable. Otherwise, I could have...
Why does Woklamat
Easily.
remind me? She sounds so much like me when I'm playing Monster Hunter World. Round 2?
Leave this to me.
Pictomancer!
Have at you.
Oh!
Cryle.
We got to see Pictomancer. Oh, she's so
I
cute
am
in her
terribly,
attire.
terribly sorry to have kept you all waiting.
She arrived as I was seeing the researchers to safety. It was all I could do to keep up with her after I explained what happened.
Dang. I love her outfit. I really do. Oh, that's the most
So this is what you
diabetes-inducing
meant by
smile
seeing to
ever.
preparations.
It's a ray of.
After hearing of the
I
contest,
forgot how much
I
joy
thought
the characters
how
in this
wonderful
game
it
brings
would be
me.
to join you. In coming here, I wanted to demonstrate my skill at arms to Woklamat. Alas, it seems I missed most of the action.
You still saved us, Kryle.
That was amazing! The piece didn't stand a chance!
I'm glad to have been of service.
May I ask what inspired this change?
What indeed?
You will recall the time you descended to the ethereal sea in search of Heidelin. Recognizing that my skills were inadequate, I chose to provide support from afar, rather than join you. It was the same when you set forth for Ultima Thule. How it pained me to stay behind, again and again. That's what inspired this change. Ever since the final days were averted, I've used every spare moment to hone my craft. As you all have adapted your methods to suit the circumstances, I started by considering how I might best contribute.
Aww.
And after much deliberation, I arrived at my answer.
Peaked magic.
With the esoteric art passed down by the legendary Archon realm, Pictomancy. As I recall, you have embraced versatility to effectively complement a certain someone's style. What I do is much the same. Like you, I don't want to be left behind.
Indeed. I must say, you appear to be especially keen on being involved in the ritual of succession. Is there any particular reason?
Yes, there is. This letter from Tuliolal.
Leola.
It was addressed to my grandfather Galuf and turned up among the students' archives. The ink was faded, so I couldn't fully make out the sender's name. Galul, someone.
Jaja. Gulul Jaja. That's my father, the Dawn servant. What does the letter say?
While much of it isn't legible, it appears to be a request to investigate the Golden City.
A request to investigate the Golden City? From the Dawn Servant himself?
Well, well. Seems it may be more than a rumor after all.
And now we have to follow this Dawn Trail.
Being a member of the royal family, it was my hope that you could confirm the authenticity of this letter.
I can say for a fact that my father didn't write this. Given how culturally diverse Tuliolal is, it was decided some time ago that a common language was needed. But instead of elevating an existing tongue and its speakers above all others, we looked to those widely spoken overseas and created an altogether new one. The similarities to your common tongue also make it quite easy to communicate in these situations, no? This letter, however, is entirely in Eorzean. If Father had written this, he would have been in Turali. And what's more, it bears a wax seal. We don't bother with them.
Hey. Oh no.
So the letter is fraudulent, then?
Oh, I didn't mean to say that. My father's signature is genuine, as far as I can tell, so perhaps he simply dictated it.
I see. Oh, thank you for the confirmation. It seems my grandfather indeed had dealings with Tuliolal. I can't help but be curious as to what exactly he was doing there. In order to help us decide on a course of action, would you mind if I asked you some questions about your home?
Of course.
By all means.
Yay, cultural exchange.
After all, learning about one another was the purpose of this hunt. We can talk while feasting on this fellow. I, for one, am starving.
We're eating that.
Graha, as if this is the worst thing you've ever eaten. I highly doubt it. This is the worst you've had on your palate. With the wildlife pacified and the researchers safe, our task is complete. That just leaves the matter of the colibri meat. For better or for worse, there's really only one place we can take it to here in Charlian. A last stand. Come, let's see what Deacon can cook up for us. Then we lift my goggles because we are going to be conversing with people. Wouldn't do well to have the goggles in my face. The game is afoot. Every time I come back to play this game, I always feel so at home. I don't play it often anymore because, you know, of course there are a lot of other games to play in between now and Dawn Trail. But every time I come back, it always feels like I'm home again. Well, now there's a famished face if I've ever seen one. What can I get you, Sapphire? Have you ever cooked colibri before? Oh ho, bird meat from the hunt, you say? Leave it to me. I have just the recipe. It's a new dish I recently learned from some sailors, and for you lot, it's on the house. Have as much as you like, you hear? I would assume it'd be on the house, considering we provided the meat.
Come, come. Let's enjoy the bounty of our first outing together.
Oh, that looks so good.
I'd heard that Charlayan cuisine was terrible, but this is fantastic.
It's a tomahawk, basically.
What is this? Oh, it smells spicy.
Oh, come now. Since when did you become so soft? It's not like we don't have spicy food in Tural, too.
I watch her face burn. The face of regret.
According to Dickon, intensely hot dishes have become popular in Razadhan after a traveler ordered a curry with several times the usual amount of spice.
Ah, there it is.
So he started offering the same in order to please the growing Harnish population here in Charlian.
Oof.
It's nothing I can't handle.
I love her so much.
Your boorish manners reflect poorly on the both of us. I wish you would consider your station.
I swear, sometimes it feels like you open your mouth only to criticize.
I feel like these are their brother and sister.
Would I be correct in assuming you've known each other for a long time?
But she did say she had more than one brother.
Aye, thick as thieves since we were little.
I beg to differ. She is a long-standing acquaintance. Nothing more.
Ooh, ouch.
I see. I see.
All this time you were from Tural. Oh, would that I had known sooner. There's so much I'd like to ask.
You and everyone else. I've kept it quiet so as to avoid the endless interrogations.
Well, if he's going to be a miser, I'll be happy to tell you about our homeland instead.
Okay, so they're just childhood friends. For a moment, I thought they were like brother and sister.
Since ancient times, many peoples have called Tural home, and they've been fighting each other for nearly as long. The fighting finally stopped some 80 years ago, when the reigning Dawn Servant unified the disparate communities and founded a new nation.
And that's how Tuliolal came to be.
Since then, we've enjoyed an era of uninterrupted peace. But my father is getting old, and he wishes to relinquish the throne to a worthy successor. One who can preserve his legacy. Including myself, there are 4 claimants to the throne. But while we all have the right to participate, one among us cannot be allowed to rule.
A man who is too ambitious by half. Word of the Garlean Empire's collapse has reached Tural. While most are simply relieved, he sees weakness to exploit and would lead our armies across the seas on a campaign of conquest.
Conquest!
After everything my father has done to give us peace, he would drag us back into war.
Oh,
I can't allow it.
so that's why you want the
No matter
throne.
what, I must win this contest.
I understand your reasons. But this being an event that will dictate the course of your nation's future, Is it appropriate for outsiders like us to be involved?
Graha, it's as if the Scions
it's
haven't
more
been
than
involved in
appropriate.
any
The
matters
Dawn
like these
Servant
before.
himself expressly encourages it. The ruler of Tural must navigate the intricacies of myriad cultures, and there's no better way to prove oneself qualified to do so than to work with foreign allies. That's why I sought you out. Through our hunt, I've confirmed that you're a warrior of considerable skill, but more importantly, one of good character as well. And so I ask you, will you lend me your strength and help me win the throne of Tulihualal?
Not gonna lie, I'm very tempted to turn Sapphire into a Hrothgar, if not for the fact that I've already written out her backstory
Need to decide right this moment,
in
but I will
Yansha and
need you if
Doma.
I'm to triumph over the competition. I'll stay here as long as I can while waiting for your answer.
In that case, allow us to prepare a room for you at the Baldessian Annex.
That's very kind of you.
It looks so fucking good.
Oh, and one more thing. Once we finish eating, would you mind if I took the rest of the meat?
I want steak. Curse you, Squeenix, why must you make me hunger at your game? Whether Wuk Lamat has the makings of Aurora, I couldn't say. But I do know that she deeply cares for her nation and for her people. Whether you choose to help her, though, is for you and you to decide. Past time I reported our mission success to the guild ship. I would have done so sooner, except Her Highness needed to have her royal meal. I should come by the annex later. Till then. Ooh. Spell speed, crit. Ooh. The coming dawn. Well, I dare say we now have a fair grasp of Wuk Lamat's situation. Still, you've been afforded time to consider her invitation. Why not use it to learn more about Tural? Nomenon is bound to have some information on the continent. Just the thought of burying myself in the books is making me feel sleepy. Sapphire's never been the studious type. We're talking about mysterious lands and unknown wonders here. I'm confident we'll find reports so thrilling as to drive any thoughts of napping from your mind. Come, my friend, let us be off to the archives. Ah, great. Graha, I love you, but why do you have to be the nerd to Sapphire's to Sapphire's tomboy? To Numenon we go. Read books in Numenon. Pudding way! Okay then, let's do some reading, I guess. Oh, how appropriate, the first book I find is blue. The origins of blue magic can be traced back to the esoteric practices of the Wallaki, a tribe in the distant continent of Tural. The tribe holds nature in the highest, and in seeking to cultivate a spiritual connection with it, they have learned to harness the power of the wildlife around them. In exchange for teaching them the common tongue, I was permitted to live among them and train in their ways. Those days were some of the most grueling I remember, but they were tremendously rewarding. For instance, I had the privilege of visiting Lapis Canyon, the tribe's sacred grounds. It is so named for the ceruleum deposit that wells up to the surface, turning the entire canyon a brilliant blue. Under a shaman's watchful eye, I finally managed to master the Wallaki's art and make the animal's powers my own. As no name existed for it in the common tongue, I took the liberty of naming it Blue Magic. The reason I chose this color, as you will have doubtless gleaned, is for the significance it holds to the Wallaki. I cannot think of a name more fitting to honor the people from whom this noble magic was born. Okay. Okay, just wanted to reread that. It is impossible to adequately discuss Eorzean cuisine without speaking of that land from which many of our modern-day staples hail, the far western continent of Tural. Ogre pumpkins, ruby tomatoes, even the ubiquitous popoto. You mean lalafels? These crops and more that regularly grace Eorzean dining tables trace their origins to the New World, as the place is known to most. The tale of this culinary immigration begins in the year 1498 of the 6th Astral Era. I'd like to point out the irony of calling it the New World when we can draw the roots from it. When a Leminsan sailor named Ketenram successfully traversed the Indigo Deep to arrive at the theretofore unknown continent. Ketenram spent several moons exploring inland, in the course of which he encountered the denizens of the sprawling nation of Mamulja. He was even granted an audience with their supreme leader, whose confidence he won along with permission to roam freely. Ketenram would return to Tural several times, but during his first expedition, he charted the land and gathered myriad root vegetables and seeds to bring back to Limsa Lamensa. The most notable of these was the popoto, whose ease of cultivation and nutritional value saw it quickly spread to all corners of Eorzea. The produce was far from the only bounty of Ketenram's expeditions to Tural. Many tantalizing recipes such as the bean-filled burrito and gripping legends such as that of the Golden City reached our shores by way of his ship. Bean-filled burrito. So we are going to South America. To those outside of Ketenram's circle, Tural largely remains shrouded in mystery, yet its influence on our cuisine cannot be overstated. Many scholars, myself included, would relish the chance to immerse themselves in the culinary culture of that faraway continent. They do say that if you want to know a culture, eat their food. Their food speaks best of what kind of culture they are. If the food is bland, then yeah, that's not exactly good. Every land has given rise to unique wildlife, and the continent of Tural is no exception. And while some of her creatures have become a familiar sight in Eorzea, many and more exist that are rarely seen this side of the Indigo Deep. This tome introduces a select variety of species as described in the testimonies of sailors and adventurers. We'll just skip all of that. Wait, there was something on Valigarmanda. Valigarmanda. Turali folklore holds that this bird-like creature is the mightiest of beasts and the very embodiment of nature's power. Whether it exists beyond myth, however, is uncertain. Excuse me. Now we have one last book. Let us begin by comparing the geographical characteristics of the three great continents and Tural. The former stretches from east to west and lies entirely within the northern hemisphere. In contrast, the latter extends to the far reaches of both northern and southern hemispheres, and a difference immediately presents itself in the form of climate variance. Shifts in climate tend to be gentler when moving east to west, but harsher when moving north and south. Owing to this fact, longitudinal migration is far more common in history, whether it be by men, animals, or plants. A case in point is the Allegans, who rose to power in Aldenar before advancing east into Ilsabard. Their movement would be mirrored thousands of years later by the Garleans. Meanwhile, although the disparate tribes of Tural waged war with one another for generations, stymied by the climate, none could make any great headway north or south. Tribes hailing from frozen lands withered beneath the desert sun, while those that thrived in open plains could not pierce dense jungle. Such was the way of it, until the leader of the Mamulja succeeded in bringing the continent under one banner. Given the land's divided history and the reason thereof, one cannot help but be in awe of this feat. Truly, it is a testament to the autarch's greatness. Having perused a wide selection of books relating to Tural, you are somewhat better informed about your potential destination. Should you wish to read the books again, speak with the reference page. Okay. Let's go meet Graha. There he is. Scoured the library to your satisfaction, have you? Excellent. Well, there are a few books wholly dedicated to the subject of Tural. I dare say you found tidbits of useful information scattered here and there. I have. But come, let's continue this outside. Mammoths do not take kindly to chatter. Ow. Uh.
Now then, I'm quite keen to hear your honest impressions. Couldn't help but notice that we read the very same book on cuisine. I was pleasantly surprised to find references to Tural within. Among them, did anything in particular pique your interest? Burrito! Popotos have a newfound appreciation for them. I was rather taken...
The legendary city of gold.
I suspected many mentioned the City of Gold would catch your eye. It is truly a mystery among mysteries. Here is a city whose location is unknown, that no one has ever seen, and yet whispers of its existence continue to persist. Countless souls have set off in search of it, never to return. I can imagine it being a suitable challenge for the ritual of succession. But moving on, did you perchance learn about the fauna of Tural? Given your adventuring background, I expect the topic would interest you. I learned about Valigarmanda, a giant bird. Now, why do I get the impression you're imagining pitting your skills against the fell beast? Unfortunately, I found scant details on your would-be prey. One source simply described it as an enormous winged creature with scales hard as steel that rules the skies. Should like to see it with my own eyes, presuming it even exists. Oh no, it's Kushala Daura, isn't it? I thought I heard familiar voices. Ah, it's the twins. Fancy running into the two of you here. Well, have some research of your own, do you? Aye, we hope to arm ourselves with knowledge that may benefit the Garlean people. Having forged a new trade agreement with Radzat Han, they will next look to foster relations with other nations. This includes former imperial provinces. In view of this, we hope to find hints in history on how neighbors of differing races and ideologies might engage with one another. And what of the two of you? What endeavor brings you here this day?
Ah yes, we reunite with everyone and now we tell them, hey, guess what guys, we have a new continent to head to.
A nation composed of the disparate peoples of Tural. I dare say this is precisely the kind of example we seek. We do well to read up on Turiolal ourselves. The contest. Is Sapphire the only one allowed to help Wuklamat? There was no mention of restrictions, as I recall. On the contrary, Wuklamat gave us the impression that she could have several champions. I think I know how to make the most of our respite. Follow me, Alphino. We have planning to do. Alize? Wait! Twould seem our plans have changed. If you'll excuse me. They never could rest on their laurels. Come, let us return to the annex. Come, let us return to the annex.
And his voice is deeper. It's breathy and low. So kind of like throat still. Let us return. No, it's actually throat heading down towards the chest. Speak with Grahatia again. Where? The annex. Okay. I still haven't done the Hildebrand adventures. Oh boy. We probably have I should probably start putting more Final Fantasy stuff. Not for a while though, because after this I actually have to cancel my sub because I've got a lot of expenses coming up. I don't know if I'll be able to afford 14 for a while. At least for another month. Voiced? Please be voiced.
Oh, it's just... Despite all that we've learned, I can't help but feel we've yet to hear the whole story.
Skeptical, eh?
What about you, my friend? Are you inclined to accept or refuse Worklamat's request?
I mean, I'm gonna get the expansion, so I'm gonna accept it. I never say no to a new adventure. That's how Sapphire would answer.
Ha! I thought you might say that. With an intrepid attitude such as yours, I believe all shall be well. Be it the contest or something else, there will be many trials for you to overcome at your destination. But in the course of seeing new lands and meeting new people, you'll surely find a way forward. That's what adventurers do, is it not? Such a journey would be the envy of many a scholar. Distant as it is, Tural remains largely unknown to us, with only meager records to be found in Numenon. The experiences to be had, all the things you might hear, feel, and think. It's enough to stir me to the core.
Let's not forget the flatbread you were eating in the trailer.
Life is a series of journeys, my friend. And there's
Flatbread,
no
or was it more like a
awaits us on the
taco?
long road.
Or a fajita.
But what's important is to be true to yourself as you walk it. Only then can we hope to be content when we arrive at the end of one and step forward into another. Ah, but there's an idea.
Okay. What idea is this?
I have a matter to attend to at the Agora. Please, go on inside. I will join you shortly.
Someone was listening in on the conversation. Ah, yes, it's my old mentor. And also the one who, Girl DM. He's the one that's solely responsible for getting Girl DM into this game because she saw what Thancred looks like and said, "Who is this Thancred and how long do I have to play to meet him?" That was a wild ride. Right, into the main hall. Correct me if I'm wrong, I don't particularly remember seeing Ishtola in the trailer.
You have the look of someone who's made up their mind. Go on then. Let's hear it.
Never been one to turn down an adventure. I'll do it. She's there studying something when the nut can pop. So,
Excellent.
oh right, yeah,
You'll
that
be
one.
compensated for your troubles, of course. But I dare say your time in Tural will be its own reward.
You're not planning to leave without us, are you?
Of course, they had to make us an entrance like that.
Alphano, Alize, what are you two doing here?
Cryo.
We happened to cross paths at Numenon earlier, you see, and I told them about Wooklamat. And when we fortuitously met again at the Agora just now, they expressed an interest in meeting our visitor.
You must be the twins who are sneaking after Erenville as toads.
100 things about us you could have told her, and you chose that.
First impressions last.
I see that Erenville is not afraid of her like Estinian is.
'Tis an honor and a pleasure to make your acquaintance, Your Highness. Alphano Leveilleur at your service, and this is my sister Alize.
Oh no, let's not do that. I really can't stand titles. So, you want to participate in the contest too, is that right?
Indeed we do. We've been assisting with the rebuilding effort in Garlemald. Yet while progress is being made, the question remains of how the nation might reconcile with its neighbors.
I just bumped into my glass.
We believe there is much we might learn from Tuliolal, a nation founded on unity. And in return for this honor, we would spare no effort in supporting your claim.
The more the merrier, I say. And I'd be keen to learn about Eorzea and Garlemald from you as well.
Having recruited so many committed and capable allies, I presume you have no need for my continued assistance?
Nonsense! Like I told you before, you're indispensable.
Don't think you're getting away that easily,
They're
Erenville.
strong, aye, but strangers to our land. They need someone to guide them, to point out the dangers, and spare them grisly deaths. I can't think of anyone better suited to that task than you. What's more, despite your assertions, I know you haven't given up on the City of Gold.
Got you there. Oh.
As I recall, Kryl, you were the first to state your desire to visit Tural.
Right.
Perhaps I was. Still, I can't help but worry about being away just when our order is beginning to find its feet again.
You have nothing to worry about. I haven't forgotten how you held the fort while I set off to explore Alzadal's legacy. It's only fair that I return the favor. Pray, leave the students to Ojika and me.
Wait, what? But you were in the trailer, Graha.
Graha.
You want to retrace your grandfather's steps, don't you? This is a rare opportunity, and I insist that you seize it.
Aww.
Thank you, Raha. Thank you.
Well, looks like it's settled.
I love all these
Counting on
characters.
you all to help me win the throne.
Hype! Dawn Trail hype! Let's go!
I suppose now is a good time to show you what I spent a small fortune on at the Agora.
Oh no.
There.
What is it?
This, my friends, is the latest map of the world, created to celebrate our friendship with the Loporrits. Cast your eyes west of Sharlayan, for there it lies. The site of your next great adventure, Tural.
Here's the credits music. In biding time, forward, left behind. Fires and shadows clash, forgotten footfalls engraved in ash. Will be repaid. Impromptu karaoke, let's go. Into fade, fade away. I have the lyrics on my screen. We're doing this. Fade away. Heart of ember, autumn tide, burning brightly, hot and wide. Kindred severed, never where. Sorrow, silence, we needn't bear. Sorry, song along the way. Tales of loss and fire and fate. This unstorming Rosan Kinalana Mamun Ilan Som In Soldiers of far and storm born from blood of our fallen brothers. Thunder stilled, hopes fulfilled. Now we are for freedom. I cannot hit that note, not in this time. In blood, stained in red, bound by blood, purpose fed. Courage thrives, hand in hand, souls aligned, forge ahead, forward. Aww, Tataru. We haven't seen you in forever. This send-off though is so good. Love it. A song of hope, she dances on the wind. Higher, oh higher, ere our hearts endure and remain forever strong. Standing tall through the dark, do we carry on? On wings of hope, you rise up through the night. Higher, oh higher, carrying our song, cradled fast within your arms, that its chorus might ring for all. Two-tone deck, tumbling down to the... And I'm not doing that at this time. Hello, Soifon. You are the second person to say that tonight. Verbatim, might I add. But welcome, nonetheless. We take echoes in our wake, winding round our fate to forge ahead. I cannot hit that time. Should we lose I'm aiming too high. Fearless hearts ablaze. No more time to waste. No, it's not too late to forge ahead. As we ride again to another end, where it all begins, forge ahead. Wow, my vocal was so off key for that, and I apologize. Anyway, the people who have joined us tonight, I hope you all enjoyed. It is getting pretty late, and much as I would like to continue, we will need to end as soon as the credits are done. But I would like to take the time to actually enjoy the credits. And can you believe it? We actually hit 100 subs. Actually, we're at 101 last I checked. Yep, we're at 101 subs. Woo! Excuse me. Woo! Excusez-moi. I apologize for that. The cake has come back. Which I don't even know if that was the cake or if that was the balut. Or perhaps what I had for dinner, which was gyoza and roast pork. A lot of things. Sense a bot. Yep, I think that might be because we've had this message before and it was verbatim. Whether it's Kawaki Uzumaki or Soifun, if you guys are not bots, please say something. Otherwise, I will assume you are bots and I will kick you. I have no tolerance for robots. Even though I may be a sci-fi fan and I love also like a lot of space age stuff, I have no tolerance for bots in my chat. They have nuts. Speak now or forever hold thy peace. None? Okay, I guess I'm going to claim this as a bot, so I'm going to let's see, this is gonna put that for this message. It's odd. We don't have a lot of bots before. We haven't had a lot of bots in a while. The last time I had a bot potentially was the I can't tell if it's a bot or if it was a just a malicious user on my Honkai Star Rail stream from before. But hey, now we have captured on the internet that I cannot sing Footfalls. This is the second time I have attempted to do so on a stream, and it has not gone. And evidently, I believe in my low self-esteem and rather lack of belief in my own singing ability. I probably butchered that song. But I shall be. What's the word? I shall just enjoy what I can. Also, speaking of singing, tangent, professional segue. This Friday we have our karaoke stream. We are going to be doing musicals this week, and unfortunately, my first two songs, I'm gonna have to find. I'm already gonna be doing one song which is both musical and rap, which is Hamilton. I just need to think of what song from Hamilton. The second song is gonna be something jazz. I have to find a jazz track. Actually, maybe if I can look one up right now. musicals in jazz. Let's see, what shows have been done in jazz? Ballroom Bands and Blues in the Night, Bullets Over Broadway, Cabaret, Catch Me If You Can, Chicago, obviously, Copacabana, Days of Wine and Roses, Dirty Rotten, Scoundrels, There's Cheap Far From Heaven, Five Guys Named Mo, Fosse, From Here to Eternity, Golden Boy, Grey Gardens, Grind, Hallelujah Baby, Hello Again, High Society, Holiday Inn, Honeymoon in Vegas, Hot Mikado, Hot Shoe Shuffle, I Love My Wife, Jelly Slash Jam, Cat and the Kings, Kimberly Akimbo, King Kong. There's a King Kong musical? Excuse me? There's a King Kong musical? Little Fish, Louisiana Purchase, Me and Bessie, Mr. Saturday Night, Myths and Hymns, New York, New York. Will not forget that this song was composed, that Square Enix actually got Hyadain to compose this track for Ruby Kante. I love it. One of my favorite Japanese artists and composers, and they got him to compose a bit for 14. Play On, Porgy and Bess, Raisin, Reefer Menace, Romance, Saratoga, Say Darling Scandalous, Seesaw, Shuffle Along, Some Like It Hot, Sweet Song Success, Swing, The Act the Nervous Set, Tap Dance Kids, Scottsboro Boys. If anyone can actually recommend, West Side Story counts as jazz. Well, there's an idea. Let's see. There's a jazz and musical theater playlist on Spotify. Let me look at what's over here. All That Jazz, of course that's on this playlist. Too Darn Hot? Okay, I question that. Too Darn Hot musical. Too Darn Hot from what? Song written by Cole Porter for his musical Kiss Me Kate. You're serious? I'm gonna mute my desktop audio for a bit so I don't get any copyright for this, but let me listen to this. Oh, really? Okay, so apparently that is a jazz track. That is from a musical. I was not aware that Too Darn Hot was from a musical. Okay, well, there's an option. I've heard that song several times, so I'm very familiar with it. Let's see. Diamond's Our Girl's Best Friend. One might even argue, like, I could go with La La Land, because technically that is a think about it, it is technically a jazz-themed musical. Let's see. There's also blues. I know that there are a lot of blues. Blues is considered, I think, a subgenre or a adjacent genre of jazz. So I could go that direction. Jazz musical theater songs by focal type. Okay. Lady is a Tramp from Babes in Arms. I obviously do not know a lot about them. Just let's catch if you can. Get my name in lights. I feel like there is a jazz cell block tango. Hi Koala. We are going to be ending soon, sadly. And yes, I did make it to 100 subs. Thank you. 101 actually. So I had to spin the wheel. Well, I had to spin the wheel once for karaoke as per Sheriff's request. And then I have another wheel spin thanks to, what's their name? Edgar something? Cherezia, I think, subbing to my YouTube as well, getting us to 101. Unfortunately, Edgar did not list a preference, so I don't know whether I should do the wheel spin for tomorrow's stream of FF14 or if I should do the spin on Friday for karaoke as well. That's fun. But tomorrow, I do intend to do another Final Fantasy XIV stream. We're going to be exploring some of the stuff that I didn't do, as well as do some community stuff. So we're going to be doing roulettes tomorrow. Maybe some of the role quests that I haven't done, or maybe the long-awaited Hildebrand questline that I haven't done either. But thank you for your well wishes, Koala. I'm glad that you're here, and I'm glad for all the people that have helped me reach this milestone on YouTube. Many years ago, I didn't think that I could hit that milestone on Twitch. I did. My friends believed in me from the beginning, saying that I could. Why am I getting sentiment? I'm gonna save that for my birthday. I'm gonna save that message for my birthday. But hey, we've hit 101, which means we are 49 away from the actual goal of my birthday, which is we're trying to hit 150. And like I told, like how I've been teasing for months on end, ever since I first came up with this goal. I did say that the moment we hit 100, I'm gonna be prepping something for that, or I will get started prepping something for that. So the thing is, I will have to get started on making a cover. I wanted to make the cover regardless, but I feel like the cover is going to be appropriate for celebrating 100 subs. I'm gonna make that a double thing. So it's my first, it'll be the first cover on this channel, not counting the This Is Halloween one, because that was like self-produced, and although people liked it, it's not my best work, and I'm going to be looking into getting an actual mixer for that, for my next cover. So yeah, there's that. I suddenly went into like a tangent of emotions. Anyway, we're just gonna wait for the credits to end and we'll see what happens. So I suppose I could also just skip the credits, but I feel like it wouldn't be giving the right credit to the people in who made this wonderful game that I love so much for so many years. Of course, I can never forget that 14 was where my roots were. We're just gonna vibe to the music, yes. Oh, by the way, Koala, if you're wondering what that link is on the pinned message, I started a bit late today, and that link explains why. Hopefully it does not make you hungry in the middle of the day. Ugh. Speaking of, do I have time to go to the bathroom? And I'll be right back. Well, this, everyone behave. Gaia, you're in charge. I'm just gonna go to the bathroom while the credits play. I'll be right back. Alright, I'm back. Whew. Not sure if it was the cake, the gyoza, the roast pork, or the balut. Because we also had balut. That looked like it'll do with your stomach, so it looks good. It was good. Messy, but it was good. I'm still disappointed in myself that I was not able to cut the cake properly. Vocally frustrated, believe me. Like, it's like when I was in the kitchen cutting it, I let out an audible, very audible yell of frustration because the cake just wouldn't cut evenly in half. Also, in case you haven't noticed, Koala, I have actually also potentially have solved the issue of my eyes constantly being closed on my model. It'll only look like that when I look away from screen, but for the most part, when I'm looking at the screen, I don't have to worry about that anymore. It was just as simple as turning into a different setting for my face tracking on VTube Studio. Now we just wait for the Gallagher. Never noticed that? Well, glad you didn't, but it was a thing that I noticed and it annoyed me because of like how with games like Rainbow Six Siege, where my eyes are constantly on the screen, I went back and reviewed the footage of some of the streams over the past few weeks, and there was this weird issue where, because of my new setup, where the light is constantly in my face, sometimes it causes a reflection, makes it hard for the camera to read my face. So it because it makes it hard to read my face, the tracking gets wonky, and it thinks that my eyes are closed half the time. So a lot of times if my eyes are closed, it's usually either because there's usually a sort of obstruction of sorts, and it can be anywhere between like the light reflecting off of the lens of my glasses too much to just something as simple as the frame of my eyeglasses just getting in front of my eyes, so it thinks my eyes are closed. It thinks that the frames are what completes the gap between my upper and lower eyelids. So the camera thinks that, oh, are you asleep? No, I'm not. I get that I'm Asian, but this is something. I get that I'm Asian, but like you don't gotta you don't gotta make fun of my eyes like that. Also, Koala, I'm not sure if you were here when I announced it, but I have a new AC, so I'm not sweating anymore when I stream. Good lord, the past month was just absolute hell because of the heat. Month and a half, I think it was. I went like how many weeks without an AC? It appropriately broke right after the Christmas season, and just as summer was rolling in. It's like, this could not be more poorly timed. Dang. That was... ugh. Tried to get it fixed. They coded too much. I was just told, you know, it'd be cheaper, just get a new aircon. Okay, so went and bought one. Pricey, but I think it's a good investment. I can actually enjoy my room in peace now. For this summer season, where everything is fucking hot. honestly, this month has been great. Like, I got to celebrate with you guys, or I'm celebrating with you guys. I had my first karaoke stream. We got some decent numbers. We hit 100 subs this month. And to top it all off, well, for me personally, one of the Oshis I followed has made a reemergence. And if you don't know who that is, then you'll have to find that out, because I talked about it on my Discord, and I've shared more than once who one of my Oshis was. She disappeared for a while, came back. Yeah. So all of this happening all at once. The only thing that can really just ruin my day is the fact that all of the stuff that has been happening over the past month cost money. So now I have no money. I have no money for games. I have no money for upgrades. I have no money for repairs, because I spent it all on repairs. And also this desk. Still a little bit cold here, about 4 degrees Celsius. Lucky you. I wish we could hit 4 degrees Celsius over here. Nah. Like, let's see. Right now, what is the temperature in Manila right now? Temperature. It is 82 degrees Fahrenheit or 28 degrees Celsius at 1 in the morning. That's not even the highest. Like, there was a particular, wait, hold on, let me check. My brother had sent me a picture actually of when he was in his car, and the reading outside of his car was just insane. Let me find the picture. Yeah, his car read 49 degrees Celsius outside of him. Outside of the car. He had 49 degrees Celsius outside of the car. And it was so hot that the plastic, like, sort of... he told me this, that... he has a pickup, by the way. So he has, like, this sort of... I don't know what to call it. It's like this mantle thing. The thing that the wipers attach to. That plastic thing melted. It melted on his car. Dang. That's how hot it is here. Holy shit. Ah, goodness. Oh, did my thing... Hold on. Can you guys perceive me? I hope you guys have been perceiving me this whole time, because apparently my audio engine has just detected a malfunction of sorts. Yeah. Hold on. It's not my microphone, thankfully. There we go. I'm good? Okay, so apparently I had my headset off while I was doing that whole bit, and I put my headset down. I picked it up, and apparently there was no sound in my headset, and that was because something malfunctioned. So, didn't know I had a Discord? Oh yeah, I should talk about that more often. I have a Discord that I like to rant into because of all the stuff. Like, recently, I've tried to talk more about shit that I see or shit that I encounter, just try to spark conversations in the Discord. I, for example, shared that I reached the end, well, Malv started it, but he asked me about the ending to last night's stream of Honkai 2.2. Then we also had the recent revelation that Iris was going to be joining the Counterside collab of Hololive and Counterside. Problem being that I only was able to claim the global version of Counterside after the collab had ended. I would like to probably like be more vocal in my Discord. I will admit that I'm a bit reserved on that. It's usually me just like there's a point where I always wonder, it's the usual introvert / self-esteem thing of like, oh, why would people want to talk about this out of nowhere? But then I need to remember, guys, it's a Discord. You can talk about anything as long as it's not illegal and it doesn't make everyone else uncomfortable. So, in that regard, I'm going to constantly talk about VTubers. Because it is probably one of my obsessions, like right now. Like, I'm not a super hardcore fan where I follow and know like every VTuber in the sphere and know about every bit of news. I will at least keep up with the news that I've seen on like False ID's channel. Or I'm going to see like, I'm going to share stuff about my Oshi specifically. Like the fact that one of them had graduated and then came back in her old identity. Yeah. That happened. Speaking of, that reminds me, because the credits are still rolling, so I'll take this as a sort of impromptu just chatting stream. Can I just say, like, seriously, y'all who are just like jumping down False's throat right now for like talking about that company constantly, like, did y'all forget that he is a news channel? He's a VTuber news channel, and unfortunately for you, that apparently is the recent news. Okay? They be like, oh, this dude is obsessed with talking about this. He's doing it for engagements and clicks and clickbait. It's like, bruh, it is literally the biggest news in the industry right now, in the sphere of VTubers. Because every time you think they can't get any worse, something new has to pop its head out of. It's not like he asks for it. It just happens. Okay? It just happens. It's not like he's doing it just for the engagement. Yes, like, you know, him being a news channel, he has to be somewhat caught up on trending news. But ugh, it happens. It lines up. You know, at least it's not like a certain other VTuber news channel that makes really misleading and clickbaity titles and thumbnails. Okay? That's the reason I prefer watching False's takes is because it's usually direct to the point and quite accurate. It's not like others who, a certain other who just like has the most clickbaity title and thumbnail, and then turns out that it's not entirely true. I got so annoyed by that. So that's why when I found False's channel, it's like, oh, cool. That's news. That is news. Ah. And everyone's just like, oh, why can't everyone else move on? You know, like, Doki said she wants to move on. And it's like, stop talking about it. It's like, you do, again, it's news. It's like asking them to not report the weather. It's like asking a channel like BBC to not report on what Boris Johnson had for breakfast. It happens. It's his job. It's like asking a construction worker to not build your house. That is literally False's job right now. Just you wait until you see how VTubers are depicted in Yakuza 8. I do remember seeing a side quest about that. I know that it was hilarious. I think I saw a clip of Kiara encountering that in her game. It was hilarious. Oh goodness. More to the point, like, sometimes I have to remind myself that people on Twitter can be either the most sensible or the most unhinged. And there's never really an in-between there. Because, like, again, like, sometimes you can have the most base takes on Twitter and you're willing to support them. And then you're gonna find the detractors find literally the smallest thing to say about you that will suppose that they're trying to make you sound like you can't be trusted, but they have the most twisted takes. I'm just like, much as I want to argue, I then read all of their subsequent replies to other people, and I'm just like, there's no hope for this person. It's not just that. Like, I feel like even if I were to reply, he's gonna come up with some BS that's gonna be hard for me to really try to argue properly. And then they're going to convince themselves that they won the argument. Kason is in it. Yeah, I heard about that. I knew already that Kason was going to be featured in the latest Yakuza game. And I know that it's been a thing she's wanted for a long time. She is a huge fan of the Yakuza series, and so it was great for her to actually finally achieve that. So kudos to her for doing that. Hell, you know, it's if one day I can get popular enough to be featured in a game like Tales, I'd love it. Tales or Final Fantasy. I'm already like way behind on being a VTuber that's worth noticing on games. There's a lot of projects I wish I could do if only I was just a bit more diligent in finding out about them. Like, I didn't know that Kokahi was featured in a group cover of what was that song? It was an Endwalker song, and I know that like Alex Mukala had organized a huge community cover of it that Close in the Distance. It was a group cover of Close in the Distance, and Kokahi was one of the voices that was featured in it, and I was like, damn bro, good on you. My goal is to be somewhere like that, to actually get noticed enough to be able to do that someday. Or, you know, to actually get noticed enough to be able to do more creative stuff and not just have it as a side thing. I'd want this to be a like, what the heck? Hello? My notepad just absolutely... maximized. I accidentally opened Notepad and then it opened so far off screen that all I saw was white. That was very strange. Wow, this is a very long credit sequence. Yeah, no, let's just skip it. This has gone on long enough, I think. Plus, I want to see what the quest reward is. We've been here long enough. Knapsack. Ooh. Not as long as Red Dead Redemption 2. Credits are getting longer these days. That's because there are more people working on it. And yeah, I can get that it's them trying to include more people. But holy moly, that was a longer sequence than I expected. Ah, Estinian.
When does the next ship set sail? May I ask your destination?
Tural.
The north and east, I've already seen. I suppose I'll head west this time. West, you say?
Hmm. I think he's enjoying his time as an adventurer and no longer the Azure Dragoon. Or rather, not in the strictest sense. He's not stuck to Ishgard. Meanwhile, in Old Charlian. Ah, Urian J.
I see you've made up your mind. I had a feeling you'd be keen.
But to think that our comrades too are thither bound. Fate doth work in mysterious ways.
It does. Only difference that the game took nearly 10 years to make.
Will be a grueling task, having to contend with them.
If I recall, this is already 10 years old. Or approaching 10 years.
If the prospect doth trouble thee, 'tis not too late to decline the petition. Though thine expression would suggest thou art far from perturbed.
Oh, how could I possibly be, knowing what's to come?
Then let us delay no further and secure passage on a vessel.
Aye. This will be a mission to remember.
And why did he look at the camera?
Come, my friend. We make for Terail.
Oh boy. Now, how does Ishtola factor into all of this? Because we haven't seen her at all in any of these missions. Well, there I am.
Tell me, have you been to the ruins beneath the waters of the Bounty? Or the treasure islands beyond the frozen waters of Blind Frost in Offerd's north? The fabled golden cities of the New World?
Well, we will soon. In a couple months. Because Dawn Trail is coming. Weigh anchor now, the tide is high, and dawn of new adventure nigh. Row forth to break horizons bond, and tread the gilded path beyond. Hey! Emmett's Luck has been added to the Unending Codex. A new chapter of New Game Plus has been unlocked. You acquire the knapsack personal effect. Yep, it's a fashion accessory. Hey, look at that. And my gun is sticking out of it. I like it. Wait, can I actually go into combat with this thing? Hold up. I gotta go back to my house just to see this. Can I actually go into combat with this thing on my back? It's still there. Oh my goodness. I am shooting with a giant backpack on. That is so cool. I wonder. Can I do the same with an umbrella? Oh my goodness! Ah, okay, so if... Okay, I see now. I see. Okay, so I thought that, you know, we would be able to just randomly shoot things while still holding an umbrella. That would have been hilarious. And as you can see, the Casbar version in Imperium has still not been finished. I bought this house with the intent of decorating it. I have not done that yet. We have a lot of things to do tomorrow. What are we gonna do tomorrow? I have no clue, but it's definitely gonna be Final Fantasy XIV. But what exactly? That's still on the table. Maybe dailies, maybe I'm gonna decorate my house. I don't know. We'll see. Anyways, that's gonna be it for tonight, guys. Here's a bit of a preview again for what we got planned this week. So a reminder that this week we have, we've already done Honkai Star Rail, we've done Final Fantasy XIV. Tomorrow's gonna be another Final Fantasy XIV stream. As for, again, we don't know what we're gonna be doing exactly, but we're definitely gonna be in Eorzea for that. And then on Friday, we have karaoke night, where the theme is going to be musicals. And I need to find a musical, I need to decide on a musical song that is jazz, because I already have one for rap, and I need to do one more for jazz, and that's gonna be this Friday. So don't miss out on that. Anyways, guys, that's gonna be it for tonight. Thank you so much for coming. Thank you for helping me reach 100 subs. And the Casbar is now closed. Drinks will be waiting for you guys when you return. I'll see you all in Eorzea tomorrow. Good night, everyone.